Assalamu alaikum. Today on Nuran Academy, we're diving into something truly essential, the beautiful and necessary balance between supplication and strategy. If you benefit from this explainer, please do support us by subscribing and sharing it as a sadaqah.
So let's start with a mindset that many of us can probably relate to. It's a mindset that is absolutely sincere, but, well, it's incomplete. It's a kind of hope, for sure, but it's a hope that doesn't really have a clear path forward. It's hope without direction.
You know, how many times have we heard this? Or maybe even said it ourselves. We raise our hands, we pour our hearts out to Allah, and then what? We just stop? We wait, almost expecting a miracle to just fall from the sky? This passive approach is something we really need to look at more closely.
And this really highlights two common extremes people fall into. On one side, you've got those who pray, but they completely forget to plan. That's that hope without direction we were talking about. And on the other side, you have people who plan everything, down to the last detail, but they forget to pray. And that's effort without humility, without recognizing who is truly in control of everything. You can see how both of these paths are imbalanced.
So what's the answer? Where's that middle path? This brings us right to the heart of our discussion today, finding that beautiful, prophetic, Islamic balance that sits right between these two extremes.
You see, Islam has never viewed the spiritual and the material as two separate things. Our tradition teaches this incredible, deeply integrated approach. The heart's reliance on Allah, or tawakkul, is not supposed to paralyze us. Actually, it's meant to empower our actions. Sincere asking must be followed by responsible, thoughtful action.
Let's break down the roles each part plays, because this is key. Du'a, our supplication, it takes care of our inner state, right? It aligns our heart with Allah's will, it purifies our intentions, and it brings this amazing calm to our anxieties. Now strategy, our action, that governs our outer state. It organizes our efforts, it cuts down on wasted time and energy, and it maximizes our impact. They're like two wings of the same bird. You absolutely need both to fly.
To really get this, let's explore a powerful analogy that I think makes it all click: the wind and the rudder.
So how can we really truly grasp this balance in our day-to-day lives? All right, let's picture it like this. Think of your du'a as the wind filling the sails of a ship. It's that unseen, divine power that gives you momentum. It's the spiritual force, that blessing, that barakah from Allah, that pushes you forward in a way you could never, ever achieve on your own.
But think about it. What good is a powerful wind if you have no direction? That's exactly where your strategy comes in. All your planning, your effort, the practical steps you take, that is the rudder of the ship. It's what steers that divine power of the wind, guiding you carefully toward your destination.
And the conclusion here is really simple, but so profound. A boat with no wind, meaning no du'a, is just stagnant. It goes nowhere. But a boat with strong winds and no rudder, no strategy, well, it's just out of control, drifting aimlessly at the mercy of the waves. To get where you want to go, you need both, the wind and the rudder, working together in perfect harmony.
So what happens when we really take this to heart, when we internalize this idea? It creates an incredibly powerful mindset, a true believer's mindset. Living this way builds some incredible qualities in a person. It gives you confidence, but without arrogance, because you know your plan is humbled by your ultimate reliance on Allah. It gives you this profound peace during uncertain times, because your heart is tied to the one who knows all things. It helps you develop this unique kind of discipline that's fused with true tawakkul. And it builds resilience, helping you recover after setbacks because you don't see them as failures, but just as chances to adjust the rudder and make more du'a.
You know, the modern world is always pushing this message of total self-reliance. Do it all yourself. You're the master of your own destiny. And that puts so much pressure on us. Islam offers this liberating alternative, perfectly captured in that famous wisdom. Tie your camel and then put your trust in Allah. It means do your absolute best, prepare as diligently as you can, and then entrust the final outcome to the one who controls all outcomes. This balance just lifts the burden of arrogance and it removes the paralysis of fear.
Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do we actually translate this beautiful idea into a real, concrete, daily practice?
Here it is. This is the practical step. Let this one question become a habit for you. The moment you finish making your du'a, as you lower your hands, ask yourself, what is the next practical step I must take? This turns your du'a from being the end of your effort into being the beginning of your focused action. It's a catalyst. And let's always carry this profound thought with us. One day, we will stand before Allah, and we will be asked. We'll be asked about what we prayed for, and we'll be asked about what we actually did about it. Our sincerity, you see, will be weighed on both scales, the scale of our supplication and the scale of our striving.
So, the path forward is clear. Pray deeply, plan wisely, and with a heart that's full of trust in Allah, move forward steadily. Presented and created by Neuron Studio.